video, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about my day and ramble like I usually do. But I'm going to start off thanking people that are watching, and I'm also going to give a bit of a channel update, so to speak. Now, there's kind of these charts and things you get in the YouTube studio that shows what time people are viewing and how many people are viewing and that kind of things, and I'm getting about 700 people as returning viewers that are coming back. So that's, to me, crazy, because 3 months ago it was only 20 or 30, which shout out to the 20 or 30, because it's those people that snowballed up to the 700, and I'm kind of optimistic that it's going to go a bit further than that. And there is another part of the YouTube channel that shows kind of the most active on the channel, and it is the day ones, so to speak, that have propped up the channel. There's about 5 or 6 in particular. I don't know the usernames off the top of my head, or if they'd want to be shouted out or anything, but I know the usernames when I see them, and they haven't commented in a little while, but at least according to this, that they're still active, so I appreciate that quite a bit. And to create a little sense of community and getting feedback and everything like that, and it's great. 700 is obviously not like a Mr. Beast type level achievement. It's still down there, but I'm not aiming to the Mr. Beast thing, although that would be kind of crazy. But 700 is, in my mind, like, that's crazy. Like 700 people, like, it kind of feels like all eyes on me, Tupac. Like it's a small channel, but 700 to me is that's crazy. Like the power of the internet. Like, I have a platform now, and 700 people are watching this. Returning viewers is crazy. Because I have a larger subscriber count than that, but typically people don't enable notifications, and I don't either when I'm a viewer. I just let the algo kind of recommend what it recommends at Wild, and I'm not 100% sure how it works. And I've had algo strikes. Like, I've had videos that have been promoted by YouTube and have done well, and I've kind of lost it before, so I don't want to jinx myself here or get too cocky. But it seems like I'm getting a little bit more traffic on my older videos too. So it seems like it's a positive momentum I have right now, and I don't know exactly what I've tapped into that's working, so I hopefully don't screw anything up. And I think I have before, and I think I've had in my past, I've had self-sabotaging behaviors, and I've had problems accepting even like the smallest amount of success. And I don't know exactly what the formula is that that's working on this channel, but I think it's just people are seeing that I'm just talking about my day without putting a filter on it, and not trying to make myself look like I'm some kind of Lamborghini driving guy or something. So I think people like that, and hopefully I don't get arrogant with my views and start acting like a jerk, but I don't think I would, and I don't think I'm anywhere near that level to even have that as an option. So maybe even talking like this is a micro aggressive step towards sounding like a cringe or an idiot, because there's so many successful channels on YouTube, and 700 is a drop in the bucket. But the point I'm saying is, it's crazy to me that I have any sort of audience, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I guess I've spent 5 minutes now just describing what I could say in 10 seconds of thank you for watching the videos and checking out the channel. It's crazy. Maybe how I can drag out 10 seconds of a thank you into 5 minutes is why these ASMR rambles are good. It's because people just want to hear the rambling, so that's a good thing. That's my ability to long talk and beat around the bush is suiting me well for these ASMR videos, which is cool. I guess you kind of get in where you fit in, and there's something for everyone, so it's nice. I posted a couple nature shorts, and I will be posting this probably tomorrow, which is another thing with the channel, is sometimes I cue the video a day later. So if I say, oh, I had a good Saturday today, and I post it, and you're listening to it on a Sunday or a Monday, that could be why. Not that it really matters, or that you can figure that out on your own, but I will be probably making this for tomorrow, and then the next video I'll be doing the day after. So I think we're probably like a day behind lag of my day to when I post it right now, and it's not always like that. I'd actually say most of the time I film one and I post it on the same day, but I'll be having not tomorrow, I have a day shift tomorrow, but the next 2 shifts after that I'll be having night shifts at my job. So because of that, I typically get home and I just want to go right to bed without doing an ASMR video. I do want to highlight the fact that I do sometimes do ASMR videos during the day, and I try to dim the lights the best I can. And I also do non-ASMR videos where I'm either talking about my life in a normal voice, or I'm venting, or I'm talking about my opinions, or I can be shooting like a how-to video, or me cooking, or something like this. If I'm on a hike and I see something somewhat interesting, I'll film it for a nature short. My nature shorts and the short shelf on this channel hasn't been doing well over the last couple months, because I've kind of neglected that. I haven't been doing enough hikes, and I haven't kept up the momentum and the posting on the shorts end of the channel on here, but I still have some good stuff on there. And someone viewed a YouTube short called well, I forget the exact title, but I think it's ants chucking pieces of wood or something like that. And sometimes I get high on my own supply, and I like to rewatch a nature short and kind of be reminded of like that day in the park or wherever I was hiking or whatever. And that particular one was actually really interesting, because there was ants that were passing to each other, these little pieces of wood. They were chewing out and hollowing out a piece of a wood stair so they could go in and, I guess, live in there. And they were passing it down in a line, one after the other, almost like, old school firemen with, the bucket of water or whatever. And the last one was kind of on like a cliff, not like a literal cliff, it was just a stair, but a cliff in perspective of how small an ant is. And out of his mouth he was just chucking these pieces of wood down, and there was actually like a pile, like a teepee pile, mountain of these chunks of wood that were piling up as he was throwing them down. And it was really interesting to see it. I could pick it up on my iPhone, and I didn't need like a crazy lens to pick it up. And when you're really in the moment and you're walking in nature and you see things like that, you can really appreciate them, and you're not living in the past or the future in anxiety or depression, and you just see something like that and you're like, wow. And that was kind of one of those things, like, it's not even like in the Amazon jungle, it's not on National Geographic. It's just something I seen in like a park that's not even really outside of the city limits, and it was interesting. And there's miracles like that everywhere, if you're paying attention to it. And another thing is, like, I was looking down, like, I don't know if I was looking for things to shoot with my phone specifically, or if I was looking for rocks, or just kind of watching my step, but you find the most interesting things, like little critters, insects, for example, in the most unexpected places. And I find that was kind of what I was doing with those YouTube shorts, with the wildlife and the insects and things. And I would like to get back into that a little bit more, even though it's not something that makes money. The YouTube shorts don't pay, and I'm not trying to say that it's all about money, but I'm just trying to say that it's interesting to see and share these things even without getting paid or worrying about like a business model. It's just something that's interesting to share. And he was throwing these pieces of wood, like, I don't know, maybe 10 times or 20 times further than the size of his body. Pretty crazy. Anyways, that just, it's interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna link the short to the video. I might, but I'll probably just leave it as it is. Yeah, I had a really lazy Sunday today. I didn't really do much of anything. I didn't go to the gym. I don't think I slept in. I think I got up at like a reasonable time, like 8 a.m. or something like that. I just started the day slow. I did a lot of scrolling, and then I went to the mall, and I did a short nature walk. Well, actually, I did 2 nature walks, so I did get up to something, but nothing that would be quote-unquote productive. I did do the dishes yesterday and the laundry yesterday, so it's not that I'm letting things get piled up and being unproductive. It's just that I happened to do them yesterday, and I had a free day today, and there's periods of my day today where I was quite bored. I did some gaming. I'm not a big gamer, but I do on occasion when I can listen to some podcasts. Kind of my method is I mute the game and I just kind of use it for something to focus on, kind of like my ADD. It's just when I focus on the game, kind of mindlessly, I can listen to like some kind of either like scientific lecture or a TED Talk type video, or a podcaster that's talking about like how to better your life and things like that. I listen to a lot of kind of self-help type things on YouTube when I'm doing gaming like that, or in the headphones when I'm vacuuming. I've done that a couple times recently, but I kind of haven't been doing the podcast for the last couple months as much as I was in I guess the summer, when I'd go out and do my nature stuff, and then like if I had a minute I'd listen to the podcast. I wasn't like a couch potato with it, but I definitely haven't been listening to them as much as I was. And the ones that were recommended to me on my YouTube channel were kind of about men's health, like Kegel exercises and stuff like that. I don't want to get, too embarrassing with what I'm talking about here. But it was interesting, and I mean, as you get older, these are things that you want to know. There's another one about preventing dementia, so it was kind of tailored to like maintenance as you get older, basically. What these videos were kind of recommended to me about, and it was interesting. And I mean, the more you know, the better. And I think the earlier you learn about how to take care of yourself for old age is definitely a positive. yourself and work out and try to live as stress-free as possible, which at times isn't going to be possible. But I think perspective has a lot to do with your stress levels. If you have a bad mindset or attitude towards something, it's going to make it worse. You kind of have to be buckled in and be in the car, even if it's you missed a turn off. You just gotta like, if you, I'm assuming people listen to this have driven long road trips before, but maybe you haven't. But if you have, there's these turnoffs where you can U around if you're going the wrong way, and they only come up every 20 minutes of driving. And if you miss one and you have a deadline, you get pretty crazy stressed out. And I've completely lost my train of thought there. But if you're stuck in that situation, those 20 minutes until you get to the next one is going to be really stressful. But you got to make the best of it as possible. Put on a song that you like. Try not to think about being late if that's the case, and you're in for the ride. For that point in time, you're in for the ride, so don't make it worse. That's the point that I was trying to make. I lost my train of thought there for a minute, but I got it back. But yeah, don't make things worse for yourself, because that'll only make you more stressed. And I think if you're thinking about stress, it's going to create more stress. So try to be stress-free as much as you can, and drink water, go to the gym, look after yourself, all these things. I think if you do that, and if you're physically fit, you're gonna obviously be in a better position as you age. And that's what these podcasts basically told me is if you're going to the gym every day, you basically cut your risk of dementia. I don't know if they said in half, but you substantially lower it. And there's many forms of dementia, and they're all really scary. So that was an interesting podcast. I'm not 100% sure why it was in my algorithm and why it was recommended to me. The algorithm does some weird things sometimes, but I'm grateful that it was recommended to me, and I think no one wants to go through cognitive decline. And I have been kind of, trying to sharpen up my math skills and touching base on some lost skills that I've kind of neglected, and I'm trying to stay as sharp as possible. So it was definitely in the realm of kind of my interests. So it's not like it was completely out of the blue type thing. So anyways, I'm rambling, but paradoxically that's the point of the video, so it all works out. What else can I say? I work tomorrow. It's gonna be the day shift, and I'll maybe do a home workout after. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't have any meal prepped. That's a problem I've had for a long time, is meal prepping and cooking and having recipes that I can go to. It's something I struggle with. To this day, I have a very particular appetite, and I'm a picky eater, and I don't know how to cook many things, and food is expensive, and I have kind of like ADHD type, where when I should be cooking, I'm not. So all those things wrapped up into one. Like, I don't really meal prep as much as I should, and it's gotten out of hand, and it's kind of snowballed into this point where I'll be skipping meals and not really taking care of myself in the ways that I should in the nutrition and diet realm. And I've kind of tried to mask over it at times with multivitamins when I'm kind of either tunnel vision into another project, or I'm just not ready to try new foods, or I don't have the best recipes or whatever the case may be for the day. It can be one or two or all of those things. And yeah, I'm trying to get better with that. I had a couple meals today, but very basic. It would be nice to learn a couple recipes and to experiment with kind of my, I don't know, did I say palate? Your taste buds, your palate. Experiment with my palate to get some different foods. Try out some different foods. I don't really mind. There's not many foods that, like, I'll taste something and I'll hate the taste. But there's a lot of things where I'll put it in my mouth and I'll hate the texture, and I can't do the texture. So that's kind of my issue there. But anyways, I hope everyone's doing good. Once again, thank you to the subscribers. Hopefully I don't lose subscribers on any of these videos that I'm doing, because I'm always kind of in my head now. I'm kind of thinking, like, I didn't remember the subscribers' names that were the day ones off the top of my head, so now are they going to be mad at me? I'm always kind of thinking like that, and I'm an overthinker. I definitely overanalyze, and I need a little bit more confidence in myself, and I think I need to accept when I'm doing well as well, because I can never accept that I'm doing well when I am, and then that drags me back down, and I think that's kind of been a burden to myself with the self-sabotage. But once again, I hope I didn't offend anybody by not remembering your usernames, but I do know the display pictures, and I do know the people who have been on the channel for months and months. And there was another guy who was trolling me and kind of saying negative things, and a couple months ago he was saying, like, oh, I knew your channel would blow up, and it's kind of like, well, okay. First off, I don't think the channel has blown up, but I think it might soon, because I'm optimistic now about it. But that was kind of like, well, then why were you trying to drag the channel down the whole time, type of thing. But anyways, I think I'm gonna close this with some well wishes, like I usually do on these videos. The last video I kind of was rushed with the well wishes because my battery was dying on the webcam. I use a camcorder, and it was dying, and it was telling me, like, you know, you gotta hurry up. It was beeping, and it had the battery with the red line through it and all that. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing really well, and I hope you continue to do well. And there's different ways you can be doing well. I mean, it's not, you don't have to be visibly, like, showing off to be doing well. You can be content with yourself and just happy with your family, and taking time out to enjoy nature or drink a tea or whatever it may be. And I hope everyone has those moments of peace and tranquility, and moments where you're living truly in the moment, and you're not worrying about all these different things in your head in the future or in the past, and you're actually just right there in the moment, and you're surrounded by people you like, or if you want to be by yourself in that moment, that's fine too. And yeah, I wish everyone well in the future, and I sincerely thank you for watching these videos and checking in with me. And I'm going to be continuing to make these, and hopefully I don't run out of ideas, because that's another thing too. Now that I have a little bit of momentum, like, what if I run out of things to say, right? I almost gotta I feel like I gotta keep a little bit of an interesting life to be making content and new content all the time. Like, I gotta, but at the same time, like, if it's an ASMR video, if it's interesting but also somewhat boring, that's probably good, because there's definitely going to be people using these to fall asleep, so there's a bit of a balance there. So we'll see what happens with the channel. And that's my channel update, and that's my thank you to the subscribers. And that was kind of my day, which was a little bit more of a slow-paced, mellow day, which was nice. Tuesday I'll be getting back into the gym, and I talked about it in my last video. I'll be doing more of like a stimulate, not annihilate approach, where I'm doing a little bit lighter weight and maybe higher reps, but not doing like crazy excessive things, and kind of not trying to tax the central nervous system too much, and go from there. I did notice on my kind of nature walk / hike today, I was a little bit out of breath from some of the uphill stuff, so I gotta get my cardio back up again. That could probably be because I was really sick well, it was maybe 3 weeks ago now that I've been better from, but for 2-3 weeks I had the shingles, or not the shingles, but shingles, and I also was smoking some cigars, and I wasn't going to the gym when I had shingles. I wasn't smoking cigars when I had shingles either. I was just doing that recently, so a little bit of a relapse with the lack of cardio again, because I've made videos about it that I need to get my cardio up. But cardio for me, it's not as fun as weightlifting, and every time I seem to add it in, like I'll either get shingles or some kind of cold. So I mean, like, cardio, I don't know, like I might be allergic to cardio. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but anyways, I hope everyone's doing good. God bless, love all you guys. Thanks for watching this. I hope that I can be making more of these videos. Like I said, some nights you won't get a video of ASMR from me because I'll be working a night shift, and then other nights I'll record one, and then maybe another video or a nature short, and I'll try to spread them out. But I think I'll be posting more on the weekends than the weekdays, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if I can retain the 700 regulars now, which is a crazy number to me. And I have had numbers similar to that before, and I've lost it because I didn't know what to keep putting out, and I kind of ran out of steam, so I hope that doesn't happen again. But I don't think it will, because back then I was making more videos about like fitness or other things like that, where I would kind of have to not rehearse but go over what I was going to talk about, and these are just more rambling and kind of vlogging, so it's easier to come up with things, but still I might run out of juice eventually. But I wish everyone well. That was my ramble, that was my whisper. God bless everybody. Enjoy the time you have on Earth, and I hope everyone is doing really well. Thank you again. Okay, peace out.